Why is it that we think these people gonna tell us when and how they do stuff to us instead of just doing it? There's so many different experiments that have been ran on us collectively that they don't tell us about. Why would they? We are all property of the corporation of whatever state or country that we contracted with. For us, for most of us, is the American corporation. A lot of people might be signed and contracted to different corporations, but it all acts as the same thing. These leaders of these nations are not going to tell us when they want to run experiments on us or when they want to upgrade us. Transhumanism is going to be a thing whether people want it or not. They're not asking us. They're already telling us the future with Elon and these people that's already into transhumanism. And that's just the integration of machine and human biology merged together. Some of us think that just because we didn't take the jab that we exempt from this future that they already created. We are conscious of our perspective of reality, but we are not conscious of the inner workings of our bodies, the biology. These people are messing with the genes and the DNA and the things that make up our biology. They're messing with those things via smart dust, via the foods that we put in our bodies. This is why all of the food is regulated. Why do you think all the food is regulated? So this future has been being planned for a long time, where these bodies go. So while you're conscious on your perspective of your reality, they are playing science. They are playing science inside of you with your genes, your DNA, the things that you can't observe, the things you're not aware of. All they need to do is put smart shit inside of your body and play with your shit. Now, what they really trying to do is this is why so much metal and plastics in our food with other whole bunch of other different sciences and chemicals. They're trying to get cells to replicate with metals and plastics on a molecular level. They're trying to get it to where cyborgs reproduce instead of being made in the lab or created. They're trying to make it to where the cyborg will reproduce like how humans reproduce. This is why it's key that they try to implement metals and plastics into the body, because with the smart dust and with different chemical reaction, because all we are is chemicals, a reaction to chemicals. So they're trying to get it to where these chemicals that make us up will integrate with plastics and metals in a way to where we become cyborgs. Like, that's why so much metals and plastics in our food. You know what I'm saying? But I was having a conversation with ChatGPT about this probably a few weeks ago, and this is possible. Like, to get cells to integrate with plastic and metals and reproduce with it, it's possible, but it can't take place just like overnight. It has to be like over time. Like, this is why for a long time we've been having bullshit in our food. They've been putting science in food for a long time. None of the seeds for a long time. Like, we ain't had real seeds for a long time. We're talking early 1900s maybe, when everything started to everything started to be revolutionized and shit, like the Industrial Revolution, all these different things, to where things went from people had their own farms or their own little farming type of shit, to where they grew their food into what it is now, storing food in big ass storages, and we call them stores, but they just store chemical. They store foods that has so much chemical on it, them shits can't even go bad all the way. In the future, let's say 300 years from now, after our parents and their parents and their parents been eating these same foods with these plastics and these metals in them, and they're having kids, and their kids being born with these plastics and metals in their DNA or in their genes, and now they're intaking more metals and plastic. This relationship between plastic, metals, and cells, and this whole chemistry integration has to take place over a vast amount of time before it finally evolved. That's why they're gonna say, "Oh, humans naturally evolved to this, to that." No, it's somebody planned something, or somebody planned to get humans to evolve from one state to another by messing with the chemistry and the human body.